Well, I'm embarrassed to say I have to make a couple more repairs. I made these pieces before I realized that there was a fundamental flaw in how these are made. Now, I cover this in a different video. Once I realized my issue, I kind of expected these to fail anyway. So as you can see, this one has cracked right here, and this one I started to saw already. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to remove some of this material in here with the saw, just to relieve the tension here, and then once I have enough material removed, I'll just put some CA in there to hold it together and smooth this back out. Same with this one, although there is a lot of tension on the wood, so I'll have to put in a shim to hold this apart while I saw this side. So once I get more of this material taken out, it's going to start pinching my saw like that. That's better. Just let that dry for a bit. This one's going to be a little tougher. I'll try to put this shim in here. Hold it open. I don't know if it's going to work. There's a lot of tension on there. So there's still a lot of tension on this, but as you can see, it's closed right up. So I'm going to try to remove a little bit more material there. So this one went back together pretty smooth, actually. There's a slight gap on this side, but not bad, not bad. I just sprayed it with some lacquer. Should be back to normal. Unfortunately, my repair job on this one is not so nice. Thankfully, you can't really tell because it's kind of hidden. You have to sort of look in here in order to see the gap. You can see it from that angle. So I just have to smooth this out. Put some more finish on. So ultimately these repairs were a little easier than the last few that I did. In previous videos I talked about the fundamental flaw in making segmented rings like this. And I made these before I realized that flaw. But now the wood has dried out and acclimated to a less humid environment, so I do not anticipate problems in the future. Unless I go back into a humid environment. As long as they stay in air-conditioned comfort, they should be okay. So don't try this at home. I make mistakes like this so you can avoid them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time in Kami's Garage.